Selena. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hello. Thank you for joining me today. What's up, KD? What's up, CX? This is gonna be like a short live. You know, I say that all the time. I end up going a little longer than I expect. I'm glad that you guys came through. Those who are in the bushes, if you could, since you are listening, if you could press the like button, please. Hey, Miss Chicago, how are you doing? It's a lot going on in this YouTube street. So, hey, I know y'all are probably going from one chat to another. It's busy on a Thursday night. I was just finishing looking at, Ringo TV and seeing what he had to say about the situation. You know, I talked a little bit about that yesterday and how, some things I feel like should be kept behind the scenes, but it's pretty interesting how different people, hey Randy, how different people perceive certain things. So it's really kind of, what's up, Captain Wood? You've been watching it? I had a decent day. I'm getting close to Friday. School is back, so I'm definitely ready for Friday. So it starts back next week, but the teachers have to make sure. Hey, Randy, see, they got to make sure that the room is looking nice for the students when they come in, and last minute meetings and all this crap. So, it's been a hectic day, but thank you for asking, Randy. I hope everybody had a good day today as well. And I know most of y'all are waiting for Friday as well. I'm going to be having Selena's Couch tomorrow, and anybody is welcome to come up. I might have some special guests that might come out the woodworks. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I want to talk a little bit about why are some Black women not protected? And I don't know if you saw the story about this young lady that worked at Dollar General, and she was getting some ice for a customer because her manager, I guess the manager previously got into it with the customer. So the manager just gave her the keys, and she just started working there. So my thing, I would have asked the manager, well, which key is it? She just throwed the keys to maybe she was already upset with the customer. If you worked in customer service, you already know dealing with people is definitely no joke. It is not for the weak. You have a lot of different people, different personalities, different spirits. Some people are very nice. Some people are very demanding. Some people are just plain rude. And at times, when you work at customer service, you got to make sure that your mind is right. Because if your mind ain't right, your attitude's not going to be right. You have to know to really not take things personal, because you don't know what people are going through, even though it might not make sense. Like, I don't care what you're going through, don't take it out on me. And that was my attitude when I used to work at customer service. That's how I knew I need to stay away from it. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that, and why are some Black women not protected? Is it sometimes because of colorism? Is it sometimes because of a woman's attractiveness? What is it that keeps some women not protected where some women are? I have seen some of the most unprotected women are sometimes black women, unfortunately. Hey, Cece, a lot of black women have had to really protect themselves because they didn't have daddy there. And then when they did have daddy there, they still had to learn to protect themselves. They had to learn how to fight. They had to learn how to just provide for themselves and provide for their children. So some and not only black women, a lot of women of different ethnic groups, but I'm talking about black women tonight. And I'm talking about how I'm not saying how they just have it all bad, but some black women do have a struggle. And sometimes I think it's because they lack leadership or covering, and basically they lack a husband. And when you have a husband, there's certain things that your husband takes care of, or he protects and provides. And when you don't have a man that understands those two things when it comes to his wife, you're in trouble. It's a lot of women that's married that don't have a husband that protects or provide, and that's unfortunate. So when you get in these situations where you see these women, most of the time these women, there has been some married women that has been in situations, but most of the time it's usually single black women that have some struggles. You said different scenarios. I think I'm going to share this with you. Some of you may have seen this. I meant to cover this last week or the week before, but I just didn't get a chance to. I really forgot. But I wanted to ask you, why are some black women not protected? Now, you look at this woman here. Now, for some people, this is not people's ideal of beauty. But does that mean that she doesn't deserve protection, especially if she's done nothing wrong? So I have seen some situations where some men were going at women. It could have been their boyfriend or could have just been a man in general, that they didn't know that they had an altercation. And I've seen men kind of not approach a situation. And I think a lot of the times it's because that some men don't know what to do. They don't want to get involved because that woman could turn on them sometimes, especially if it's somebody's boyfriend or husband. Sometimes these women, when they have abusive boyfriends or husbands, if another man intervenes, that woman sometimes will start fighting the man that's trying to protect her. you know I was talking to a cop, and the cop said some of the worst calls he hates going to is domestic violence. He said because even though the woman calls, when they get there, the story changes, and the women start to side with the man. So it's a really a shame that it's like a ongoing cycle of domestic violence. But this situation here is totally different. This woman here was at her job doing what she was supposed to do, and she wasn't moving fast enough for a customer. And what happened to her was definitely uncalled for. Nothing she could have done to me that could have saved her from anything, because there is just some people that are just evil. There is just some people, and it don't matter if you black, white, or brown, or whatever. It's just some people that are evil, and they are bent on getting their own way. And so I'm going to share this video with you. I might stop it just to say my little commentary on it.
Still be sleep, but that's something I haven't been doing lately. I haven't been able to get too much sleep lately. So if you're up, you can join,
Hey,
please.
Reggie.
If you're not, then you can watch this whenever you're able to. But if you're up, please join. I ask that you do join this live, please. Well, even if I don't got enough viewers, you can continue to share it or continue to watch it however it goes. But I'm going to go ahead and start talking. Please share this live, y'all. I'm trying to get as many viewers as I can. Please share this live. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and get to talking though. Most of y'all know me. My name is Michelle or Renee. I'm from Law. Um, about I say 3 weeks ago, I started working at Dollar General in Law, Mississippi, on Susan B. Ruffin. Um, I started working on this job. Good morning, love. Please share this live and tag people if you can. I started working on this job as a key holder when I first started. Um, when I first went into the job, they had so much going on, y'all, for us corporate problems and management. It was a wreck. So I didn't get proper training. Good morning, Key. Please share this live and tell people. So I didn't get any proper training from the beginning. But me being me, I can learn anything that you're willing to teach me, for one. So I did take this position. I did take the job because I needed the job. I don't supposed to be working because of other health conditions that I have. But at this point in time, I had no choice but to go try to find me a job. So that's what I did. Okay. As I'm working on this job, like I said, the management is horrible. I won't speak of the names or anything yet until I finish the whole story. Okay. On July the 12th, I won't forget the date nor the time because, like I said, y'all may be asleep, but I haven't slept since then. Excuse me, I may start shaking, like I said, or crying because I do have the problems and I do get upset. But I'm going to tell my story today. On July the 12th, while I was at work, I came off a break and the store was packed full of people. When I came off break, one of the managers was outside the store and asked to speak to me. So I went outside and she was discussing something with me that was going on with her and management, her problems with management. Okay. While I was listening to her and her problems with management, the other manager, assistant manager, or key holder, whichever one position that she hold, she was inside the store running the cash register. Remind you, I had just came off a break. Okay. She came outside of the store and she had like 3 set of keys in her hand. When she had the keys in her hand, it was a man at the ice machine waiting on ice. Okay. She instructed me. She turned around and she asked me, "Hey, Renee, are you on break?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm on break." She said, "Okay, fine. You need to go inside and get on the register." I said, "Okay, yes, ma'am. No problem. I will." Okay. As I went inside to get on the register to help the other customers, I went back and I asked her what was her numbers because I wasn't able to log in on the register. As I proceeded to go back and ask her what was her numbers, I seen that she was irritated and frustrated and upset. She threw the keys in my hand and told me, "Here, don't worry about it. You handle this man. You go handle the ice. I'll go back in the store and get back on the register." Okay.
See, we have a lot of incompetent people, that have manager positions. And even though we deal with a lot of irate people, that definitely are difficult to deal with. There's a lot of difficult people in customer service. There's some really good. When I worked in customer service, I met some really good people, nice people. Had conversations with them and everything. But there are some people when you can feel their bad energy before they even open their mouth. And sometimes you can kind of change it, with your demeanor, and sometimes you can't. When people have their attitude already bent to tell you off, or piss you off because they had a bad day, that's exactly what they're going to do, because they're going through something, or they're miserable, or they are mad about something. They will take that energy and transfer it to you. So either you can let it bounce off, or you can play into it. And sometimes you're at a loss for words. You just don't know what to do. And that's where having a manager that actually has managerial skills that can be able to diffuse a situation instead of um, accelerating a situation. So I feel like when you have those positions, you have to learn communication skills, interpersonal skills. You have to learn how to de-escalate a situation and not, and not accelerate it. There's a lot of things being a manager. You just can't tell people what to do and what their job is. You have to make sure that you're taking care of your people. And you find situations like that, even though the manager is human, she's going to be frustrated. Sometimes you probably just have to take a deep breath and be like, okay, let me get this done so I can get this customer out the way. Okay. So now she's in a position now where she was at the register, and now her manager comes to her and like, look, don't worry about that. I'm gonna give you these keys, deal with it. So she would, like I said, haven't worked there that long. She's like, okay, well, she didn't know whether, I guess, to ask the question, which key is it or not. She was just like, okay, well, just let me get this done, because she seen that her manager was pretty upset or frustrated. So she went to try to assist because, like I said, she just started working there. So she wanted to make probably a good impression, or just do her job to the best of her ability.
She threw the set of keys in my hand. Remind you, this is
Will
like 3 different set of keys, y'all.
Hey, we smoke. How are you?
Okay. I proceeded to the ice machine. I went to the ice machine and I'm trying the locks or whatever to unlock the machine. And I'm like, I don't know which key it is to unlock the machine. You know what I'm saying? I'm new. So I don't know which key it is. The customer that was waiting on the ice started getting aggravated. Okay. He was already upset. Me not knowing that him and the manager that was inside had already had confrontation. They had already had a problem. They had already got into it, or whatever had already went on in the store. So the man was already pissed off. Mind you, I had no problem with this. I didn't have nothing to do with this. I just came off a break. So when she threw the keys in my hand, I went to the ice machine and I proceeded to try to unlock the ice machine. I couldn't unlock the ice machine because, like I said, it was 1,000 keys on there. I didn't know which key it was. Okay. The man started yelling at me, telling me, adios. You need to get the back in the motherfucking store. If you don't know what the you're doing, you need to take your fat ass back in the motherfucking store.
And see, this is the thing. And I'm not saying anything about this young lady, but what I will say is there is a bias when it comes to, and some men don't care. They don't care if you're pretty. They don't care if you ugly. They don't care if you have a nice shape. They don't care if you don't have a nice shape. They just see some women as dispensable. And that's just how, and it's not just a certain ethnic group. Some men are just like that. They could care less. They see women as dispensable. If I can't stick you, I don't care. If you ever realize, especially in this day and time, some men are misogynists. They really have some type of hate or strong dislike for women. The only thing that they use them for is maybe for sex. There is some men like that. They really don't like women. They really hate women, but they will use them for sex. And that's why you see so many men going to prostitutes, because they don't want a relationship. They just want to bust a nut. Excuse me. They just want to, relieve themselves and not have any attachments to a person, and you have some men that hate women and they don't care. I don't care how cute you are. But sometimes men, when they judge harshly, they look at how you look and they talk to you in any kind of way. And see, with this lady, she may not be the American ideal of beauty for some men. And he think he have the right to talk to her any kind of way. He think he has the right to disrespect her because she works at Dollar General. Well, guess what? You're no better if you work at Dollar General or you work as a doctor, as a physician. You're no better if you work at Dollar General or as a teacher. It's about the heart and the mind of a person, because there's a lot of lousy doctors, there's a lot of lousy policemen and teachers, and it's some good people that work at Dollar General. It's some good people that work at the corner store. So people look at position, people look at looks, people look at a lot of different things, and they create biases and prejudice because of that.
If you don't know what the you doing, seem like you don't even need to be motherfucking working here.
Right.
I'm like, sir, I'm new.
This is
Don't
crazy.
talk to me like that while I'm trying to help assist you. I'm new. I don't know which kid it is. I'm sorry, but I don't. Don't talk to me like that. You're not going to disrespect me and then expect me to help you. So I turned around. While me and him was arguing, he pushed me and then me, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to defend myself. Man or woman, I'm going to defend myself. I've been with men for domestic. I've been through domestic.
Are you serious?
Once I learned how to fight for myself, I taught myself I would never let nobody else put their hand on me, period. I don't care what's going on. I taught myself to defend for myself. So as this man pushed me, I did push him back. Yes, I did. Once I pushed him back, he pushed me on the ground beside the ice machine and started stomping me with his steel toe boots. Now, mind you, the key holder that was working there, the manager that was working there, the people that was there, everybody was outside the store, y'all, and they stood there and watched this man stomp me with his steel toe boots until he wouldn't stop, until I can finally get him off of me. Look at my body, my legs, look at my legs. My leg, my face is swollen. And I got to explain this to my child. But like I said, I defended myself because that's what I was taught to do. Not only that, the employees didn't help. Then nobody helped. They stood there because his name is Pollard. Yes, Pollard, Big Dez. Everybody scared of Big Dez, whoever he is. Yes, I know him because I'm from Kingston. He's from Kingston. That's the only way I know of him. I've never disrespected him. I've never had no problems with him. However, that's why they say they didn't step in it, because it was Big Dez. That's why. Big Desmond Pollard. Okay, the thing about it is, didn't nobody even stop to call the police. I had to call the police myself. After I called my mama, and them to come help me. Mind you, I have sisters. I don't supposed to be working, but I was trying because I have to provide for my child. But mind you, I don't supposed to work at all, but I was trying because I have to provide for my child. And this man stomped me over a bag of ice, and the employees stood there. They stood there. And now that I'm trying to get the police involved, don't nobody want to say nothing. Don't nobody want to say nothing about the management now. Don't nobody know who the manager is now. Don't nobody know who the key holder is on duty now. Don't nobody know nothing. They didn't even want to give them the tape.
You.
They didn't even want to let the officer watch the tape. But mind you, though, that's not the kin part. That's not what hurts me. What hurts me is because I'm loyal. If you know me, I'm loyal. Anything I do, I take to pleasure. Anywhere I work, I take to pleasure. Do you hear me? That's what takes the pleasure. What takes the cake is, it was a person in the store the day before, stealing beer. And I risked my life and went out there and got their stuff. I risked my life and went out there and defended Dollar General. Tiny Mo no. Ask Tiny Mo. She was there. I defended that store, and I ain't been there no more than 3 weeks. I defended y'all, but y'all can defend me. Y'all can defend me. Are you serious? Now don't nobody know nothing. Now don't nobody want to say.
And IB said he said that even though he pushed her, she shouldn't have pushed him back. And that may be true. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people's reflex is a little different than sometimes common sense at times. But that's true. But I can understand why she did what she did. I really can. sometimes if you a woman, especially living in this world, and you're a black woman, um, and you are not, you're not covered. And when I say covered, I mean you're not, you don't have a husband to protect and provide for you. Sometimes your how can I say this? Your defenses, your natural defenses come up because you know you have to protect yourself. And if you heard her, she said she has been in abusive relationships and she has learned to take up and fight for herself. And this was her mindset at the time. Because at the end of the day, he had no right, absolutely no right to put his hands on her, period. Okay. So that, let's start there. Now, Randy was saying, he has the cousin, and some women are also women that you'll have some women that will provoke men. And some men, they will try to get away from a woman, and you'll have a woman still trying to hit them, bite them, swing at them, and all this kind of stuff. And the man is constantly saying, man, get away from me, or trying to avoid the woman, and they keep pursuing the man. Okay. I always say, you need to keep y'all hands to yourself. Men and women both need to keep their hands to themselves. And that's just period. And that's just point blank. But since we don't have people like that out here, when a man or a woman, I'm like this. If you can find a way, if you a strong man and you can find a way to get away from a woman, please do, and never fool with her again. But at the same time, a woman got to understand, when you step outside of your role, your position as a woman, and you're in the wrong, and you're constantly hitting a grown man, then what happens is on you. Okay. And that's how I feel. Now, I'm not saying he has an excuse to do that, but we have to understand that there is a cause and effect to everything that we do. It is beneficial because, especially for a black man, they will take you to jail, period. For any man, for that matter, if they see a man, hitting a woman. So it's in a man's best benefit, when you have a woman like that, try your best to get away from her as fast and soon as possible. And do not keep going back to her just because she has good cookie. Okay. Because see, a lot of men get trapped up in that and that's same for a woman, because of the sex. So I would say, when you find women like that, don't waste your time, because either she'll have you in jail, prison, or dead. So, but it's a cause and effect, because some men are not going to allow you to hit them. But then you have situations like this where this was unprovoked. This was a lady that was trying to do her job, that was trying to help him. I wasn't there, so I don't know if she had an attitude with him or not, but it still doesn't give him a right to feel like he can push this woman down. I'm sorry. So, but like I said, it's a cause and effect to end everything. And maybe she could have just walked after he pushed her, could have got up, and then, refused to help him, and then called the police. That could have been another option. She could have, went and refused to help him and called the police. So that could protect her job, and it also can protect, her. But since she didn't do that, her first reaction was to defend herself, because that is her mindset. It's kind of like fight or flight kind of thing, either you run away or you fight. So her natural reaction, because of what she's been through, and her mindset, because she's had maybe a lot of men that maybe did not protect her but abuse her, that was her natural response.
Nothing. That's the only thing y'all can say, is because it was Paula. I don't care who it was. I would never sit and let no man woman. I would never sit and watch nothing like that happen and then act like I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. But I'm gonna tell you something. I got it last today because I had to get it off my chest. I had to get it off my chest because I haven't slept. I can't close the door, baby. Mama fine, baby. I'm okay. Close the door, baby. Close the door. And see, that's why I came outside, because I knew my baby was going to wake up and she was going to ask me, am I okay? Because I've been breaking down in front of my child, y'all, because I'm trying. I'm trying. And the way this store really did that, like y'all really sat there and watched that man me over a bag of ice when the lady threw the situation on me.
That's a sorry management. When management see that their employee is in trouble, the number one thing is not to stand there and look stupid and in awe. Call the police. Try to diffuse the situation, or try to say, hey, sir, get him to stop. Because she may have worked with all women. So that could have been something. But the number one thing is calling 911 and then trying to get him to stop by, yelling, hey, stop, please stop. They just standing there letting this man kick her down, with steel-toe boots. And I don't know if y'all know about steel-toe boots. A lot of men wear those steel-toe boots. They don't feel good, especially if they going upside your head. So I'm just not understanding why her management just stood there. Instead of them getting on their cell phone, and I'm pretty sure there were male customers probably around. Somebody could have did something, but we live in a world where people are me, myself, and I, and if it don't concern me, let me mind my business. Sometimes, yes, but sometimes when it's situations like that and you see that this person is defenseless, they can't help themselves, try to help that person. Call 911, even if you don't want to get involved. Try to call for help. I mean, I don't understand what's so hard about that.
The manager threw it on me. You knew you had confrontation with him in the store. Why you didn't tell him to leave from the jump? Why you didn't stop the situation then before it even escalated? Instead of you throwing the keys in my hand out of here, you handle this.
Didn't I just say that? When you are in a manager's position, a part of having managerial skills is to be able to diffuse the situation, because we're going to have irate customers. Wherever you go, you're going to have irate customers, people that don't understand why you can't do something. They don't understand why you can't speed it up. They just in a rush. They rude. That's just a part of customer service. And when you get those positions, they need to make sure and this is for any store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, you have to train managers how to diffuse a situation. They're a manager because they're managing people. Okay. So when you're managing people, you have to make sure that when you have to have some type of customer service skills as well as interpersonal skills, as emotional intelligence. Like I said, how to diffuse the situation, not to be aggravated and make the situation worse and then pass on the problem to one of your employees. Your employee is not a manager. You are getting paid the big bucks to be a manager. And that's being a manager is part of managing your staff. I don't understand why they give people positions just because they've been there for 50 years. Give people positions based on the quality of service that they give throughout the years that they are, working. Give people positions because they have what it takes. They have the skills to manage people in situations. Don't just give people a manager position because they know your sister and they good friends with the CEO, or they good friends with the store manager. That's not the right way. You have to actually have people that know how to manage a store and people.
Why would you even do that? That shouldn't have even been done. But the thing about it is that none of y'all call the police. Then none of y'all say, hey, you okay? Then none of y'all do none of that. But y'all want to ask me, am I going to be able to come back to work? Am I going to be able to come back to work? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you going to come back to work? Wow. And thanks, Mag TV. This is where I got the this screen, well, this video from. And if you guys want to check out some more of their content, they have a lot of different good content on here, so check it out. But this is a shame, y'all. This is such a shame. It's really like, to me, it's almost like it's something to expect. I hope I spoke to you. Hey, Secretess, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. These companies need to protect their employees, right? And their employees are being unprotected because they don't have the right managers in place. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, a lot of times, some of these people, especially some men that are misogynists, they have no respect for women. They'll say and do anything to a woman. You know, they don't care if it's somebody attractive or not. Thank you, WTAC. I appreciate you. They don't care if it's if it's a man or a woman. You know, they're just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It was a lady manager. And this lady manager should, I mean, to me, you see another woman getting stomped down that works for you with steel toe boots. With steel toe boots. All of the all of the ladies were at the store that worked with her. Somebody could have called 911. Somebody could have tried to diffuse the situation, say, hey, stop, sir, stop, sir, please don't do that, please don't do that. Instead, they stood there and looked while this man was attacking this woman. You see, she had a bruise on the side of her face. Her elbow was messed up. I mean, God knows, probably all the scores, she can't even probably find them because he was stomping her. So all these women there, and nobody's there to help her. And the number one person that should have reached out to help her was her own manager, the one that gave her the problem. I mean, this is really sad. And this is why I'm like, is it all women sometimes that could be unprotected? I mean, I've seen situations to where you'll see a white lady being attacked by, you know, somebody, or a Hispanic lady or something like that. And I don't want to always make things a black and a white kind of thing. But I find more stories. I find more stories where I hear that black women, especially single black women, are being unprotected. And you will see a group of black men, and they will see a black man hitting a woman, beating her down, and they just stand there and be like, oh, shoot, you know. So nobody's going to call 911? Well, shoot, I don't want to get involved, you know. I don't know them. What do you mean? You see somebody getting beat down. You see a woman that can barely defend herself, and you don't want to you don't really want to get involved. So that's why I said we got some real sorry men and women out here, to be honest with you. And people don't care until it's them. People don't care until it's their family or their friend, you know. But if it's somebody I know, shoot, that's their problem. Now, if I see something like this happening, for the most part, I'm going to call 911. You know, I don't always believe snitches get stitches. When I see somebody that's defenseless and can't help themselves and they weren't the problem, and I'm looking at a situation and I'm seeing that somebody is being defenseless, man or woman, because some of these men, they get beat the heck up by some of these women. I'll call 911 on a woman if I see this going on. Hey, Blizzy, how are you?
What's up, lovely? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. What did you have to add to this conversation?
Give me like 5 seconds on my add to it. Give me 5 seconds. We're gonna put myself on mute.
Okay. Randy said Kingston, North Carolina is a small city, even smaller black community. Not too much opportunity there. They will run into each other again. I'm sure. Right. Because they said that this guy name was Big Dez. And so they don't fool with Big Dez, whoever this Big Dez is. So since this makes sense, Randy. So this is a small community where she may come across this person again. But you know what? I wouldn't care nothing about that. I'll make sure the next time I'm strapped. I make sure that the police know about this. And that I'm being very watchful of where I am, being very observant of my surroundings. And if I ever see them again, I'm calling 911, but I'm having my strap with me. So, and that's a shame that we have to do this, but we're living in a very unsafe world, very unsafe. And if you're a single black woman out here and you don't have that, husband that's a protector and a provider.
Selena. No, 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 no,
No,
no.
let me finish. No. Don't cut me off. When you don't have that, you have to take care of yourself. And sometimes you have to go and, get a weapon sometimes. Not for everybody, but sometimes you will. Now, Blizzy, you can go.
Thank you, ma'am. I didn't want to say like I want everybody to have a weapon, but the point is that if you live in your life the correct way, your circle shouldn't have to worry about that. That's what I kept telling people. Hold on, because I know he's about to say something. Like
Mm-hmm.
people think like, oh, you stay in like a certain city and like it's all smoke. No, it's just like the circle that you around you. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm like when I go to Colombia, if I
Mm-hmm.
go to Medellin or when I go to Brazil, I don't have to worry about stuff because I know the locals. I speak the language. I don't have to worry about nothing. Like I'm protected by the blood of the lamb. I don't have to worry like other people worry because people not really like that.
Blizzy, let me tell you, sweetie. I don't know if you were here earlier and saw this video, but this young lady was attacked brutally because she didn't move fast enough. Okay. This
Okay,
was
but I stay
not
in LA. I stay in a bigger city than where you stay at, and that happens all over LA.
no, this is not listen, this didn't happen where I was at. This happened in North Carolina.
Where?
So she's Kingston, North Carolina. So
That's
it's
a
a
small
very
town.
It's a small town, correct. My point to you is she did nothing to cause the situation. And let me tell you this. I have worked in customer service and now I have never had anybody do me like this, but I have had situations where people will get irate with you to the point do they want to put their hands on you and you could try to diffuse the situation.
I agree. I agree with that. But
Okay.
you from Houston, Texas, right? So like
No, I'm in Dallas.
so you're in Dallas, another big city, right? So like if
Yes.
somebody came to one of those stores, like things happen like that all the time. The big guys they come up there, they had the
Hmm.
dunks, they come up there. A lot of things happen in the city that don't really be publicized. So like
Hmm.
where I stay, and I'm not like making it like a LA versus everything. I'm just saying that there's like 9 million people where I say just in my little vicinity that I stay.
Hmm.
If you not like that, if you're not tough to do, like people get stabbed every day, people get shot every day. Does that mean that I don't go outside? You have to use something called uh accommodate, not accommodating yourself, but like you have to literally like know how to move. Like things are
Listen,
gonna happen. It is what
that's
it is.
not the point.
You can't
That's
handle it.
not the point. When you have situations to where they're unprovoked, we're not talking about how
But that's
we
what
move.
happens. Like in the West Coast. Hold on, sweetie. Hold on,
Hmm.
sweetie. In the West Coast, didn't everybody say we have the most homelessness? We have homeless that are just sporadically just do something to you just out of but does that mean I don't go outside?
That does not have anything to do with the story.
We have the most homelesses in the whole entire United States. Not Houston, not Texas, not North Carolina, not South Carolina. There might be like 40 people in South Carolina or these places. I'm still
Mhm.
gonna go outside, but sporadic things happen. Like you said, have your thing on you and protect yourself because the police is gonna take them about 30 minutes to get to you anyway.
Right.
Protect yourself. Hey,
Exactly.
I'd
That's
rather
my
be
point.
judged by 12 than carried by six.
Right, right. That's my point. And that's why I was just like, when you don't have that protection, then you need to be very observant of your surroundings. Of course, not go around being a troublemaker. I mean, I live in a hood. I've been living in hood since I've been in
But
Dallas.
what's a hood to you?
I know, listen, I know how to maneuver. I know what to say, what not to say. I know to mind my business, but then I know when to take up for myself too. But I'm not one of those people that go looking for trouble. So I don't have trouble like
But trouble will
people do.
find you. It don't
Exactly.
matter. You know, you get what
And
I'm
that's
saying.
what happened with this young lady. Trouble found her because it was a situation where she was at work doing her job, what her manager told her to do. And she was not moving fast enough because she could not find the key to open the ice maker. So he decided to not only insult her, but when she didn't move fast enough, when she got up, he pushed her. And yes, she did push back. I'm not saying that was right or wrong. I'm just saying she pushed him back, and that's when he
No, I
pushed
was
her.
wrong. I was wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Because like
Hmm.
if you're and not to interrupt you, Selena,
Yeah,
because
go
I
ahead.
respect you and I respect where you're coming from. But
Hmm.
let's say like somebody's big. I'll use me for example. Let's say if somebody's bigger than me, and they push a like a fight or something like that. My first mechanism is to walk away, right?
Hmm.
But I gotta even the playing field. You gotta know how to even that playing field up. Like for her, I know she's like, "Hey, I'm protecting my business," but you gotta understand if you in Chicago, my mom from Chicago,
Hmm.
so when you in Chicago, a push is a gun to your mouth. In
Right.
LA, a look is a gun in your mouth. So like, or where you at in Houston, it's the same thing. So like, you can't play the same games everywhere. Even if I went to New York, if I went to
Hmm.
North Carolina and Charlotte and did the same thing, like there's a gun in my mouth. So you got to learn how to like hold them and where to fold them sometimes. Because then you got to go and be like, hey, you got it, you got it. If I'm getting robbed, what would you do if somebody robbed you for your chain or something like? You can have it.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
not doing nothing. You can have everything. You can have my shoes, everything. But if you turn your back, you're
Hmm.
mine.
Okay. Well,
So
hey.
all I'm saying is like you don't want to risk your life for a push. You don't have to be that aggressive. If it like people are aggressive out here in
Hmm.
California, bro. Like you're not coming out here being aggressive. That's what I was telling Eddie 6K and all these other people. You're not coming out here being aggressive. These people are aggressive. Y'all can let that song fool you. They not like us. Come out here and see how aggressive people are aggressive.
Yeah, and I don't know how many
You hear
times
that?
look. I don't know how many times I told you I'm
You
not
hear
in
that in the
Houston.
background?
I hear it. I hear it. Like I said, I have cousins in South Central, so
Uh
that,
oh.
I mean, that's just something that goes on in that area. But I'm gonna get off. I gotta get up in the morning, but I just want to do this quick live. Thank you so much, Blizzy, for coming up.
No,
Um,
no, no,
I
no. I wish I would have. I wish I would have got up there earlier because like you say the
mhm,
right things and like I love hitting your panel because like I feel safe because we talk about the right things. Remember we did
right.
the thing about the lady that got shot. So everybody sub up to her. Like I don't come up here and troll Selena. That's my girl. I ain't trolling nothing about Selena. We talk about real stuff.
Okay.
But the rest of y'all
All
don't want to get this word. Look, hear them dogs barking. Y'all want
right.
Blizzy? Look, hey, get him, boy. Get
Blizzy,
him,
good
boy.
good night, Blizzy.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Boy, crazy boy. Get on off of here. All right. Thank you, Blizzy, for giving us a comedy show. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming through. I told you I was probably wasn't gonna be on here, but an hour and 54 minutes. So I got to get up in the morning and start the day, God willing, and hopefully you guys will too. I hope everybody has a good Friday, and thank God it is Friday. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, tell other people about my channel, so I can keep growing. And I appreciate everyone that came in the chat and participated. And I also thank Blizzy for his interesting conversation. So you guys, I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. I will be having Selena's couch. So I hope you guys have time to come by. Talk to you later. Bye.
Selena.
It's about baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.